The problem with this generation of females, and I'm going to say we just simply because I'm in a generation that I'm talking about, but I'm not talking about myself. The problem with this generation of females is that we expect too much out of a nigga that we can't even do ourselves. For us, for example, I'm not even talking about emotional connection, physical connection, intimacy, mental, just how he treats you. I'm not talking about any of those things. I'm talking about just simply, for example, if you want a purse that costs $1,200 and you can't afford to pay for it yourself, why do you expect him to? Or why do you think he can? He might can afford it. But it's like a rule for y'all. It's like, oh, he got to spend this and this on me. But you can't even afford to spend that on yourself. Then you call him broke. So are you broke too? If you want some Bottegas and you can't afford to spend on yourself, why do you think he can? Y'all problem is y'all be on social media and start comparing yourself to other 22, 23, 24-year-olds. That's not realistic. That's not realistic for somebody in their early 20s to be spending bands on somebody else. That's not realistic. Comparison is a thief of joy. Stop comparing yourself to these people on social media because it's not real. This is not real, bro. Like,
if you're a man and you act like a little like that, you get beat up. You get stuffed in lockers. You get a swirly. Women are the only people who run around going, you know, I know that you're correct, but I just don't like the delivery. It made me feel a certain way. I'm in my feelings and I don't like the way that you said it.
It wasn't the way you drove. It was the tone.
Right. And then men who act that way are being feminine. They're being beta feminine bitches, and they get when you are parsing out the truth, you don't cater to women's stupid feelings.
So
about
you don't
it. Does
value femininity?
Okay, so
you don't.
I value femininity, and femininity means you sit down and you be quiet when people are parsing out the truth and telling you what's what.
Really?
You don't sit there and go,
here, then?
"Oh, I don't like the way that you." I'm here, none of my wisdom as an older woman, to let all of you know that you're full of.
I will ask my man to do anything for me, anything. But the moment that man asks me to do something for him, I get irritated. I'm so annoyed. I don't want him to ask me for anything. He should just do everything for me, but I shouldn't be expected to do anything for him because it's annoying.
I will ask my man to do anything for me, but I swear to you, the moment that he asks me to do anything, I'm irritated. And it could be the simplest task, like, oh, could you rinse this cup out for me because you're right there by the sink? Pissed. Instantly pissed. Or, oh, you know, could you go hand me a towel because I forgot to grab it? Why the would you not grab that towel? I don't know what it is about him asking me for something that triggers something in me. Like, it really pisses me off.
You shouldn't be married. Like, you're not. You should please leave that man so that man can find a woman who is going to actually love and appreciate the that he's doing, because you don't care about that man. You probably just care about what he can do for you. Probably, I say. But you just care about the that he can do for you, and that's it. You need somebody to serve you without serving the person, and that doesn't work well. I'm surprised he's still in a relationship with you at this point, because you're basically a user.
Women get so much online attention that when they show up to the actual date, they feel like they can be so incredibly picky that they could have a long list of red flags for themselves. And because they're cute, it doesn't matter. But a guy has like one thing they don't like and they're like, I'm out. I don't need this attention. I can just go home and I can look at my DMs. And then you know what happens to these women? I'll tell you. They get to be, 35 and then the panic sets in. And then suddenly, they're not getting as many DMs, right? Because the game gets old at some point and they're starting to get older and they're starting to think, well, I want a kid or I want to be married or I don't want to have to fix my own toilet. This isn't a husband for that. And then all of a sudden the panic starts to set in. And then sometimes they get to 40s and things start to change. Your body starts to change a little bit. And suddenly it's massive panic. And then they're, Chelsea Handler, drinking the wine and talking to everybody about how having kids sucks. Right?
Would you marry your dream girl if she had mad bodies?
Be honest. Would you marry a woman who is a perfect 10 to you, who is like amazing, like magical? She's not like anyone you've ever met before. She's literally, if you could build a woman to be with, this is her. Would you marry her if you met her and she told you up front that from her previous life, she had a really high body count?
No.
but she's
100?
completely clean. She has never met anybody that you know. She never did anything that's online, and none of your friends or family would ever find out. Would you date her and marry her, despite having a really high body count?
No.
If she's honest about it and no one else would ever know. We say body count is a thing, right? So is it enough of a deal breaker that you would not stay with your dream woman because of it? You tell me.
That's an easy no, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know one dude who has a dream girl that he could build himself that got 100 bodies. Like imagine 100 dudes have been inside your dream girl. She been 100 other dudes' dream girl. Another thing, 100 bodies? That's bad decision making, doesn't think about consequences. She make a terrible wife. 100 bodies means there's a behavior there, and that behavior is called whore, scroti, slut. She is for the streets. Ain't no way she's any dream of any bodies with 100 bodies. That's like any chicks that we know around the area. We know some around here, dog. We in Florida, if they move to Cali, they could do exactly that. She could be somebody dream girl, and she probably got 50 to 100 bodies on her, but no one's gonna find out if she keeps that in Cali, takes off her social media. You gotta be careful out here. Don't get me wrong, the question is cool to think about for some other people, but ain't nobody's dream girl got 100 bodies under her, and that is disgusting. That is nasty. 100 meats done rummage your dream girl. Who the hell's doing that? Ugh.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women require a man to meet their financial needs, but they can't meet a man's needs, and his needs are actually free. He wants you to be loving, respectful, caring, kind, loyal, show some affection, actually initiate here and there, show him that you want him, know how to say I'm sorry, take some accountability, listen whenever he speaks. And you can't do any of these free things, but you expect for that man to provide your lifestyle. Take care of your friends whenever y'all all go out and about, because that seems to be a new thing going around. Make sure that you are taken care of. Your hair's done, your nails done, you got a new car, your rent paid, all your bills is handled. But you can't meet any of his needs, and his needs are actually free. Really? When I say that out loud, don't it sound silly?
Do you want to go band for band?
Oh, we hard.
Because
First of all, you're trying to come at me with money that you made from selling your. No. Because you're talking. You're literally trying to make an excuse for being a and being loyal. First of all, if you are a, nobody's gonna think that you're loyal. Nobody cares for your loyalty because you're on the internet showing everyone your body.
I know. I do OnlyFans. I do all this stuff, right? I'm different than everyone else. Slept around a little bit, but treat you with loyalty, compassion.
What the whore is gonna treat a man with loyalty and compassion? That's the problem. Like that, you're saying two things that don't make sense.
What's it like to be single and dating in your 30s? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked, let me tell you. So I've been seeing this guy for a few weeks, but I've known him for a while now. We haven't had like the what are we doing conversation yet, but we're having so much fun together. He has been whining and dining me. We have been going out and doing things. Like he's always adamant that I know that it's not just about for him. Plus, like, we talk every day, we text, we call, like, for all intents and purposes, we are dating. So yesterday, he decides to come into the bar that I work at to visit me. So he's sitting there by himself, and this group of girls walks in, and of course, they sit right next to him. And they are shameless in making their move. And I get it, because he's successful, he's attractive, he is very comfortable by himself. Like, these are all very attractive qualities. Plus, like, it's kind of fun when other girls are hitting on your man, because you're just like, yeah, like, I know he's a catch. But then it got kind of, like, not fun. They were getting a little too touchy, and the conversations were getting a little too deep. And mind you, I'm working, so I'm like half paying attention, but mostly like making drinks and taking care of my other guests. So finally this group of girls leaves, and then he's like, I should go home. And I'm just like, yeah, you probably should. But then another group of girls come in, and of course they sit right next to him too. Once again, they start shooting their shot. Kind of over the whole game at this point, and once again, it just gets to be too much. So long story short, I literally watched this man leave the bar with another woman. Never felt so small and disrespected, because literally I'm working. So I'm wearing this ugly uniform. I'm doing my job. I'm getting paid to take care of him and these girls. I'm not a jealous person, and I know that we haven't had that conversation yet of like, what is this? But also like, If you're gonna do that, don't do it at my place of work while I'm literally there. Anyway, haven't heard from him since. Probably won't ever hear from him again because I think he probably knows that if he reaches out to me, like, I'm probably gonna go off on him. So anyway, that's basically what it's like.
And I wish a lot of these modern women would listen to what the young lady was saying. Comparison is the thief of joy. Well, she got that in her 20s. Why can't I do that? I think most men understand that. And that's why when they get a girl, they work hard to try to get her what she wants or something similar. I might not be able to take you to the Bahamas, but there's this island, you know, that, like I said, might not be the Bahamas, but, you know, let's say, for instance, I live in Texas, right? In Texas, you might have, you're not going to Galveston, but you might go to Corpus Christi. You know, Corpus Christi might be a little bit nicer out there. You might go to, I don't know, South Padre, right? You can go to Austin. There's plenty of places that you can go. Well, you honestly, in Texas, you don't have the best beaches, right? But you can find something if you can't get out of town. You can go somewhere if you can't get out of town. If you can get out of town, you might say, let's take a road trip down to, like, say, for instance, you're in Cali. You're in Florida. I mean, where is there not a beach? You know what I mean? So I can take you to this. No, it's gotta be the Bahamas. Why does it have to be the Bahamas if these are beautiful beaches? Why? People come from all over the world to go to the California beaches. They come from all over the world to go to Miami Beach. We have it right in our own backyard. We might have to drive a few hours, but we have it. Why do we have to go? Modern women won't accept that. And then they won't work for it either. They expect the man to do all of that.
Will you date a guy who's obese?
No.
Okay, why not?
I just prefer, I feel like, I mean, I know obviously I'm a little bit overweight, but I definitely want my partner to take care of themselves in that way, especially if we're getting a little bit older.
When you say take care, so I mean,
fit.
You want the guy to be fit?
Yes.
Can you tell us what your cutoff is here?
I mean, the 40% I wouldn't.
Why not? What's wrong with the 40%?
It just kind of looks unhealthy. I mean, but that's just a picture. If they looked like that and they were active, then that's a different scenario.
I'm not trying to be rude.
I know.
Your body type equivalent is probably the 40%.
Probably. I'm not denying that. I know what I look like.
Yeah, the kids was hungry, right? I ain't gonna take them much to eat. So I just bought groceries and shit. They should be good for the week.
Why? Because your little girlfriend in the car?
Put my girlfriend in the car. Why you always bringing up the wrong? I'm doing for my kids, as you can see.
I asked you to
it's
take
not
us
enough.
out to dinner.
Girls, you crazy? Them groceries is way better than him taking you to dinner. At least your kids will have multiple meals versus just one.
Ain't no dinner, bro.
You just said we was gonna go.
Why spend $100, $200 at a restaurant? We go spend $200 at the fucking grocery store, bro.
You just said we was gonna Longhorn.
Nothing I do is never enough. It's never enough, bro.
What is they supposed to eat?
What you mean? It's cereal, chips, stuff you cook, noodles.
You be playing in my face. That's all you do. You just be playing in my face all day, every day.
And the crazy thing about this, if he would have took them to dinner, her would be calling him the next day asking for some groceries. Girl, you still can go to dinner. You just need to go on your dime.
And then when I cuss you out and I threaten to put you on child support, when I cuss you out and threaten to put you on child support, you be looking at me like I'm crazy. Why would you come in here with some Walmart groceries? And I said, that's that girl. It's nobody but that girl. Like, be for real. It's that girl.
Now, why the hell do child support always gotta come up when you don't get your way? But go ahead and file it. Because I bet you 9 times out of 10, your ass ain't gonna get half of what you get now. Because all that calling him to do all of that gonna stop. And then you gonna get the complaining and shit. And ain't shit you can do about it. Y'all always want to throw child support because you don't get your way. No, throw child support on the bitches. Don't throw child support on a man that's doing something. Y'all crazy as hell. That's why y'all always end up on the losing end when y'all do that based off of some feelings. Keep your feelings inside your heart, boo.
All right, I don't know how I got here, but I am now on the princess treatment side of TikTok where all these men are saying like your girl shouldn't work at all, she should never have to pay a bill, there's no such thing as 50-50, and I treat my woman with gifts every day and pay all of her bills. The only thing she should have to worry about is looking pretty, getting her nails done. And where are these men? Because they don't exist where I live, and where do I sign up? I need one of those men because that is literally what I deserve in life. So if anybody knows where to find these men, leave it in the comments because I need to know.
Are you your man's property?
I'm nobody's property, honey.
Okay, so I don't have no, hold on. So he has no business treating you like his property, right?
Right.
Right, okay. The only thing that I've ever seen people be willing to defend and for are things that were valuable to them that belong to them. You can't name me anything that does not belong to a man that he's willing to for. Now go ahead, try it. You have the floor. Name me something that a man is willing to defend or for that is not his property.
You got a point.
So why does it sting so bad to say that?
He said he didn't want to marry me because I didn't fit his weight requirement in the 3 years we were together.
He wanted you to be bigger or smaller?
Well, I made the mistake and signed an agreement that I would lose weight.
Tell me about an agreement like this that you had to sign.
I guess basically in order for him to marry me that I would work on losing weight so he would buy me stuff for me to lose weight and then he would go to counseling.
What I'm hearing is a broken, dismantled, trauma-filled man who self-projected his self-hate, his insecurity, his lack of integrity on you.
No. We gonna tell the truth in
Let's
today.
go.
Why is it always an issue when a man has requirements? Sometimes we just not yoked for each other and that's perfectly okay. But in terms of even just like you said, he created a contract. Sure, but she signed it. You don't have to sign the contract.
Okay.
If I felt that disrespected by you writing this contract and laying it in front of the table, I say get the out of my face. But she signed it.
I signed it because I'm 47 now and I want to be married. I was in love with him, so I figured the pickings is slim.
But I want to say this. Yes, she signed it. Yes, she needs to take accountability on that piece. But to your point that if you're saying that this woman is not the weight class, the body size, I'm not attracted to her, she's not conducive to my liking, why in the am I dealing with her in the first place? Okay? Why in the am I choosing her in the first place? I have the power of choice. There are a million women in here who are smaller, bigger, no BBL and everything else. I can choose that which is conducive for me. I don't have to pour into her or project onto her some trauma that I'm dealing with to say, look, I need you to sign a contract to be a certain size. Go get that to the size you want. All right.
What do you rate yourself 1 through 10?
A 10.
A 10?
Of course, yeah.
Why you give yourself a 10?
I mean, come on. I'm very pretty.
What do you think people look at the most when they look at you?
I would probably my face or my chest.
Do you mind doing a 360? Now, do you think AI is going to give you a higher or a lower score?
Higher.
Higher?
Higher, yeah.
So it's going to give you a 10?
Yeah.
11?
For sure.
It gave you a 6.9.
Oh.
But you know what? I'm gonna have my followers rate you in the comments.
Okay. Let them know. Let her a 10.
And don't give that for Valentine's Day. Tell that to tap into the iCloud today and let you use her iCloud all day today. Tell her to give you her phone all day today. Don't give them big for Valentine's Day. Nothing. For mother thing, these hoes be lying. Tell her to give you the phone all day today. Tell her that. I want y'all to post. Tell that to give you the phone all day today, and unblock every number in that and everybody in their Instagram. Go ahead, you do it. You'll see. You're gonna be a sorry. You're gonna be so sorry. Boy, listen, bye.
Why does the average man think that he could fully beat a professional female fighter?
Well, that's because 99.9% of the time, they absolutely can. And I know hearing that is going to upset some out there, but those are probably the same ones that are getting upset that like to avoid things like factual information and basic biology. It's either that or they've been watching way too many action films and actually believe it when the 120-pound female heroine actually manages to defeat the 220-pound male villain using nothing but skill alone. It's either that or they have no concept of reality.
I'm giving up on this female generation. I got a girl's number last night. I text her today, like a gentleman. Said, hey, it was nice to meet you. She said, which one are you? Weird thing to say. I told him the one that got your number outside of the bar last night. She said, I gave my number to about 10 dudes. My sister in Christ. You don't say that, you weirdo. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, I was the black one. She said, oh, how was I? I got defensive. I said, the is that supposed to mean? She went, well, usually I'm just not into black dudes. I said, well, last night you were. I rode the lie. She said, what's your Instagram? So I blocked her.
And you know, the one was talking about, I don't know how I got here, but I'm now on the princess treatment side of TikTok. I want a masculine man. Where they at? Modern women, they just want to arrive somewhere and then they want that immediately. And a man is telling you, in order to get that treatment, you would have had to prepare for that earlier. But you have these coaches online saying it comes automatic, it comes naturally. Not for these modern women. They are not ready for it. They have never been ready for it. They've never prepared for it. You can just go out there with your lips stuck out, begging and pleading for a man to give you something he is not going to give you. Period. End of story. I don't know why y'all think y'all can go out there asking for a man to just spend the right man will. Which one? Where are they? I'm telling you, these men are not in abundance. You guys think that you have endless options and you don't. Oh, I want to be a princess now. I'm tired of being independent. I'm tired of talking trash. I'm tired of being a loser. Should have thought about that 5 years ago. That's what men was trying to tell you when you were saying don't approach.
What if you look like a fridge though? So what? You don't like it? Okay, this is what I've realized, yeah. And this might be a hot take, yeah. As I've been on my journey of modesty, yeah. The reason why we are now obsessed with our bodies, yeah, is because the clothing nowadays, spandex, it's tight fitting. You have to have the body to wear the clothes. Okay. And on Fashion Nova or Pretty Little Thing, they don't say body sold separately. Yeah. So then you put it on your fridge, it doesn't look the same because the body is what's for sale. Clothing nowadays is meant to actually expose. I genuinely feel like this is a hot take and I've never said it before, yeah. When you actually put on clothes and dress modestly and no one gets to see if your bum is a fridge or if the bum is big, it neutralizes. Modesty is the most female empowering thing for every woman. Because the only reason we're now obsessed with our bodies is because we're showing it more. Of course you're going to compare, oh, it looks like before, back in the day, a bum is a bum. We go to, women go to the toilet with their bums. It's just a bum. It's made to cushion you while you sit down.
I want a big one though. I do.
Why?
Do you know what? Yeah, I go gym regularly. Yeah, when I'm banging those hip thrusts, it's not for free. Like I want the bum.
Okay, but why do you want the bum?
I don't know. Good question. Why do I want a bum? Because it's juicy.
For who? For me. Do you get to touch your bum?
Yeah, touch that.
You touching your bum at night?
I lift it to see
at
how
night,
heavy it is.
Occasionally.
What do you mean?
Like at night, just to be touching.
No, it's not even. I don't think it's about me lifting it.
You want to feel it back there?
No, I feel like when I have a nice bum, you caught me.
Your clothes.
My clothes fit better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can only date my age mates if he is highly accomplished in life. I can't date a man who is a regular Joe Schmo who is doing the same thing I'm doing. I absolutely refuse, and I don't have the mental capacity for that, because 9 times out of 10, they are going to be pulling me back, whether it's emotionally or mentally, and I don't have the time for that.
You're equal?
I've done too much work internally in order for me to be brought back. But also, let me even say, just because a man is older does not mean he's going to be better. If he is older than you but still has not accomplished a lot in life, you might as well date somebody that's younger than you. Trust me. But bottom line is I need a man that I can admire. I need a man that is above me in some type of way, who can lead me in some type of way. Financially, you must be seasoned. That's a given. But everything else, I need you to have something that I can learn from. Have something that I can be like, oh, I wish, I love this about him. Because if we're both trying to figure out, life, babe, please, I don't like stress. I don't like stress. And when a man is trying to figure things out, he is not a pleasure to be around. I think we all know that as well.
But you're also trying to figure things out, because if you are both on the same level, it means that you're not as successful then, right, as the guy that you're looking for. So you're still trying to figure it out, like you're still not there. So what makes you think that a successful man is supposed to put up with your but a guy who's on your level, you can't put up with his? Like, it's like, bro, oh my God, I can't. These women, they don't really think. They want somebody who can put up with their stress, their baggage, their this, their that, all their problems, but they're not willing to do the same for somebody else. Man, I feel really bad for y'all. It's really tough out there.
People will look at men and blame, like people will say to a guy, well, you're angry, but fix your life, right? Well, you're angry because you're fat. Well, then get to the gym. Well, you're angry because you don't have any money. Well, get a job. People will be tough with guys. And rightfully so, right? You know, you need to build that backbone. You need to get out there. You need to prove yourself to yourself, right? But people won't show that same just blunt truth to a woman because they're afraid. Oh, then the tears come, and then the defensiveness comes, and then you're called a misogynist, you're called a woman hater, all this crap. But the reality is that a lot of women are angry because they're setting up a life that doesn't make them happy.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. The rumors are true. I am leaving my wife for a dancer, a stripper. And I don't care. Let me explain something to you guys, right? I've been married for over 15 years, and for the longest time, I didn't know that women enjoy to give their men back rubs, not on their birthdays and Christmas and things of that nature. I didn't know your woman goes in the kitchen and whips up recipes, and sometimes it might be a hit or miss, but she's trying. I didn't know your woman will come home from work and just start rubbing your feet and cleaning the house in lingerie. I wasn't getting none of that with my wife. Things that I asked for. And quick little story. My friend's birthday, and we heading out to Sue's Rendezvous in the Bronx, New York. And we head to a dance, a gentleman's club. And me and the young lady starts talking. I don't even exchange no numbers. She feels my vibe. I'm thinking she's trying to game me. But no, we hang out. And from day one, we hit it off. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, no, I don't feel like a sucker. My friends and family members are kind of mad at me right now, but I'm all about my happiness, and I haven't been more happy than since I've been with this woman. You know what I mean? So, yes, I left my wife. She has the house, and she gets alimony, and I'm still happy. So there's no love lost over here. She's angry, but I'm not. Women gotta learn to treat their man as if they're never gonna see him again. It goes both ways. I never cheated, nothing like that. But if I have to beg to get some kind of physical attention, if I have to beg to get some kind of like decent meal, if I have to beg for you to put on something sexy, then it's not going to work. Okay? You have to like who likes you back. And this woman likes me back. and I don't gotta put up no effing funds at all. It's all a natural relationship. So people can say what they want to say, but I'm more of a firm believer of do what you enjoy and be around people who enjoy being around you. Okay? This is a different time in my life, and I'm enjoying this energy, and I'm not going to stop.
As a man, that when you leave a woman, she's gonna do worse.
No.
You think she's gonna get better?
I think she's gonna continue to do whatever she doing that's making me leave. Whatever she was doing that made me leave, she about to do more of that.
So she doesn't get better?
I don't care if she gets better or not. She needs to go and see. Go see. You so right. You know all these great people who want you. Go see. Fuck yeah.
Cara, olha só o que aconteceu com essa mulher. Ela pegou o cabo que estava vindo da televisão e conectou no seu celular para carregar. Só que ela não percebeu que ela espelhou a tela do seu celular. E ela estava ali no Instagram vendo foto de homem e o marido dela filmando tudo. Quando ela percebeu, olha só a reação dela. Ela se fez de coitada e presta atenção, quebrou a televisão. Meu, deixa aqui nos comentários qual a sua opinião sobre a atitude dessa mulher. Se deu mal, né?
It says, my 16-year-old daughter feels entitled to my child support I get from her father. How would you handle this? I also think her father is putting things in her head. Either way, the money he sends is for me to care for her, and she doesn't grasp paying my bills, which also benefits her siblings, is part of this. And this is the text that the daughter wrote to her mom. My dad told me how much he pays you in child support, and he showed me. I just don't understand how my dad pays $1,900 in child support. When I ask for something, you say no.
What?
Also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess, who I assume are her other siblings.
That's crazy.
And likely they don't share the same dad. That's just my assumption. When I ask for something, it's always a problem, and you threaten to take my phone away when I do anything you don't like. If it wasn't for me being here and my dad paying you, if it wasn't for me being here, she misses some words, and my dad paying, you couldn't afford to keep the house.
Right.
I do love you, but I feel like you take advantage of having me here. I'd rather live with my dad, and I just want you to know for it to happen without making a big issue. I don't think it's right. I don't benefit from my dad's child support, yet you spend it.
I think there was a woman talking about, I need a man that's above me in some type of way. They really want it to be finance, but it should be just general thinking, just general capabilities. Like, oh, my man is smart. He's able to do this. Modern women have gotten out of the habit of observing what their man is able to do, looking for his strengths, and then saying, oh, this is what he does. Okay, I can do this. This is how I work with what he got going on. They look for, is he strong financially? Okay, he's strong. He makes a good amount of money. That's all I need to know. They're not looking for a man that's built his own business as a blue collar worker, or as somebody that, he only got a high school education. He can't be too smart, but he has more money than you. Oh yeah, he might have more money, but I feel like because I'm educated, they're on the same playing field. No, you're not. No, you're not. You work at a job where you make $60K, which is not bad. That's really good, actually. But he makes 120, double your salary. And you somehow still feel like you're on the same level as him. Modern women be thinking that.
Yo, not even being the red Power Ranger could save you from these birds.
What is this woman talking about? His shoes cost more than her makeup.
I am a tattoo artist. I am a Power Rangers actor. I'm the Red Ranger for Power Rangers Mythos Wars. Stunt choreographer, MMA fighter, and I play football as well.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm not a real big fan of the dreads and the ends. With the red.
Oh, with the
yeah.
That's it's kind of my staple because like all of my peoples know my colors are red, black, and gold. So they know me from my red dreads and my Power Ranger helmet. So that's why.
Wait, did they just release the show or are they?
It just got finished casting and we're shooting in June.
Eyebrow slit in the 2 different colors.
Okay. Well, so for one of those, the eyebrow, my stylist did that. She thought it would be a stylist. thing.
Why'd you let it happen?
What if it wasn't my decision?
Well, you let it happen. Again, impulsive.
Agents, contract stylists.
Oh, it was for the role.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
That's what I was
you
saying.
didn't
It was-
lead with that. Now I feel bad.
Homie does MMA, tattoos. Above all, he's the Red Power Ranger. Are you kidding me? Got his own stylist, got all this going, and all these chicks don't hear none of that. They go, oh, I'm not digging, the red tips on the dreads. Yo, my dreads define who I am, for real. Like, the most important thing to you, bird brain, is my hair or my shoes, and then not even being knowledgeable. Like, imagine if a shorty has some real expensive, like, heels on, and you were like, like those heels or whatever. And she's like, yo, these heels cost, $2,000-3,000. Like, what you talking about my heels? And obviously he ain't gonna say nothing like that to her, but she don't even know what them shoes cost. And then he's telling them, yo, I got a stylist, it's contracted, this is what I do. And to them, they're like, nah, not enough. Yo, hypergamy is crazy in these chicks. Entitlement. Like, I just don't understand. There's like almost nothing you can do to make these chicks happy. And then shows like Pop the Balloon, I get it. They get a lot of views and but you're not gonna find love on this shit. At some point, I'm starting to think this is all for show and clout, but nevertheless, it's here. Being the Red Ranger will not save you. Yo, I'm telling you, you could have all your friends, be Power Rangers, you could be an X-Men, and it still wouldn't be enough for Shorty to be like, nah, I'm not digging the fit. So don't mess with these bird brains. Try to get you something traditional. Don't get you some chick with a big following and none of that, trying to get show and clout and get mad validation. Do you, be a king, and that's it. Not even being the Red Power Rangers enough these days.
Babe, your egg's almost done. Can you get your toast and put butter on it, please?
Yeah, I'll do it now.
Babe,
What?
can you stop scrolling and go put butter on your toast?
I'm going to. Hold on. Babe, I'm doing it.
You don't do anything.
I'm doing it right
You
now.
literally don't do anything.
Give me.
No, bro.
Wait, let me see.
No.
I'm doing it.
You don't do anything.
Look, I'm
You're
getting the
freaking lazy.
butter.
I told you to do something.
I'm getting the
You
butter.
don't do it.
Hey, give me it.
No, bro.
Yes.
I'll do it. No. Can you stop?
Wow, she's acting like she's his mom. And she's like kind of a mean mom. So here's the deal. She's not wrong for wanting him to participate in like the process of finishing his breakfast. That's fine if she wants support. But he's also not wrong for wanting to finish a couple videos or finish his scrolling. They're not wrong. Where it got wrong is when she started to like ream him. When she started to cuss at him later in the video, which I cut out. When she started to call him lazy. And then to say, no, I'll just do it. Listen, lady, you got two choices. If you want a happy relationship, you got two choices. Number one, do the toast for him. Lovingly, not nasty, right? Or let his toast get cold. He said he would do it. Like, this is the thing that women struggle with. We struggle with control, and we struggle with wanting things to look a certain way in a certain time frame. But guess what? It doesn't even affect you. You were a great wife. You made his egg. He said he would butter his toast. Walk away. Put the egg on a plate and walk away. The need to be so controlling and to demand that whatever you say, he jumps up and jumps through hoops immediately is what makes men feel controlled and mothered, and then they want to back the heck away and not engage. This kind of controlling behavior has to shift, because guess what? If his toast gets cold, next time he'll get up sooner. But what's not going to make him get up sooner is being yelled at and criticized by his wife.
The older you get, the less men want you. So old get no love. All right? The older you get, the less men are going to want you in the dating market. Number two, when you are dating, your degrees and accolades mean nothing. Niggas don't give a about your accolades, how many degrees you have. In fact, the only people that give a about your accolades and your degrees are other that are in competition with you and men that want to hire you for a job. And number three, this is a really good one. You don't intimidate men. Men don't give a how successful you are. It doesn't intimidate them. You can never compete or compare to a man. Number four is really gonna hurt a lot of you bitches' feelings, but I don't give a because I'm here to give you facts. So, number 4, your kids are liabilities. Your kids are liabilities to any man that they don't belong to. Asset to you, liability to them. Number 5, men hate extra. And when I say extra, niggas hate long nails, big eyelashes, makeup. The things that you take extra time to do, they hate that. I want to give you a bonus, okay? This is a really, really good one. Lacking accountability will keep you single. Let me know if
I don't understand why every time there's a group of men giving all their attention to a beautiful, bad, the rest of you get jealous, mad, insecure, and do everything in your power to take that attention away from her. Like, I don't understand that. And don't let her be light skinned. Here come the brown skin and dark skin shorties. She not cute, she just light skinned. They only on her cause she light skinned. She not all that, just light skinned, trying to make it a race war now. This is why that girls that you be trying to spew out into the world, I don't be buying it, and y'all be full of cause as soon as some pressure step into the same room that you're currently in, that girl goes right out the window and chests start to cave the and y'all true colors start to come out. Y'all be male-centered and don't even be wanting to admit it. No fun. And I'ma always say this. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Women are always jealous of each other. Always in competition with each other. And women ass hate each other. No fun. Because if you post a bad online and you go into the comments, it's gonna be women having something negative to say about her. And y'all always do that. Y'all did it to Ice Spice and y'all did it to Cooking with Kaya. 2 badass that had y'all in a bunch, like dead ass.
See y'all in my comments and y'all is tussling hard about the comment. Please don't apply my prerogative to your. I don't need to hear your war stories about, oh, well, what if I went into it and then later he gave me $1,000 or later he gave me a mortgage payment. Man, if you with a real gonna look out for you, but for you to glorify being a hoe and knowing that you went into these situations to intentionally just get paid once the gave up. And the Bible said give you hoes a loaf of bread. So guess what? I'm gonna pay y'all no mind in biscuits. These kind. It's like, what's wrong with really loving and what's wrong with really with it? Like, y'all just always think y'all gotta get something. Go get your own. Whatever a man give you is extra. You just come to the table begging, needy, and calling yourself a bad. I don't want to be like that. It's like be the enemy. No, you're not the enemy. Y'all don't understand. With hoes and pay for hoes when they want to. They'll break their back for every day of the week. So why the f would you want to be an anytime payment? Get a real and live your life. If you choose to do and that is on you. Not knocking the hustle, but before I show me where the bricks at. And if you broke, you really shouldn't even be thinking about that. You need to be building a business plan, you freaky bum.
At a particular time, a lot of girls, they see my face on TV so many times that that's what they want. They want to be associated with that person. It's the fame that get these people. It is not me. It's the fame. Because I watched females look at me when they didn't know who I was, and I could see it, nothing. And then as soon as somebody whispered who I was, it's this glare in their eye. You make yourself want that person, you know?
How do you feel about that?
I don't understand how people could stand next to you 1 year, and next year they cannot stand there. They just going crazy screaming. They just can't take it that you're right there. But just last year, I was in the same club, walking around lonely like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't get a date. Couldn't get nobody to dance with me. I was too skinny, too something. And now he's just adorable. He's just, oh.
What's your biggest flex?
I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but like, I'm really pretty.
Huh?
A lot of people just like want to talk to me. Hey.
Apparently that didn't get the memo. You could tell she was embarrassed as just by the look on her face. You could tell she thought she ate with that one. That motherfucker walked by and said, what up? Crushed her whole little spirit. God. Nah, no. Though he ain't have to hurt Snooki from Jersey Shore little cousin like that. That's crazy.
You know, it was funny because, you know, it's kind of, you know, not even being the Red Power Ranger. It you know, you kind of been funny about it, but you know, the women all rejecting, oh, I don't like your sense of style. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like, and they go down the line of the stuff that they don't like. But the man was involved in actually a pretty good amount of things, including acting. But modern women, they always think for some reason, even if they, oh, well, I'm doing real estate. Well, have you made any sales? No, I just got into it, but you give me about a month and I'm going to be killing it. No, you're not. You're going to be killing the company because you're not going to be making any sales, and they're going to be spending a lot of money on you. And then when they can't get any money from you, they say, oh, well, maybe we can put her as, you know, I don't know, a secretary, or she's pretty, so maybe we can put her on social media to maybe draw attention to our page. But we're just trying to get something out of her because we spend a lot of money. We put a lot of investment into her, and she hasn't really come back with anything. That's how a lot of men feel. A lot of these companies be putting money into an employee that hasn't done anything to them, done anything for them, hasn't panned out. The NBA does it, the NFL does it. And what do you call them? A bust. They were supposed to be this, and we gave them a guaranteed contract, and they didn't really do anything. Bust. That's what a lot of these modern women are. Talk about #1 draft pick. Oh, we got this going on. We got that going on. Bust. They put an investment in you. Oh, I'm always hurt. I'm always sick. I got a family issue. I got this, and this. And it's always something with these modern women. They are never available for anything. You're a bust.